everyone, and welcome to the Real Watchers live stream for January 28th, 2026. Hope you're all having a great week so far. Hope you're all doing well. Kevin, how the hell have you been? I know you were a little sick earlier this week, but how are things going besides that?
That's going good. Yeah, just sick over the weekend, so didn't watch as many movies as I wanted to or go to the theater like I wanted to. But getting better. I might mute my mic a couple of times because I still have a little bit of a cough right now, but nothing too bad. Just trying to get over this and then want to go see some movies, hopefully.
Oh, let's go schedule it, man. I'm telling you, we'll get you going. Anyhow, as for me, it's been kind of, I don't know. I've gone to the theater, so you don't have to. Well, that's how we'll say it. Also, just continuing my documentary coverage for the month, and obviously we've got our last movie club episode coming up for the month. So, which I think we're going to have to do some recordings ahead of time for your vacation.
Yes, so I believe
we'll get that figured out later. But let's go ahead and jump into the stories this week. Pretty big one here first, and that is that the Oscar nominations have arrived. Obviously, this was on Thursday morning. I woke up at 5 a.m. I didn't stream. I was just way too tired to even, I didn't even get dressed. I think I just sat here in my underwear, just watched it and went back to bed. But let's go ahead and go over them real quick. I've got my slideshow like I usually do. So let's go ahead and get that situated here for you. A lot of good stuff to talk about. So let's go ahead and do it. So for the Oscar nominations this year for documentary short film, we have All the Empty Rooms, Armed with Only a Camera, The Life and Death of Brent Renaud, Children No More, Were and Gone, The Devil is Busy, and Perfectly a Strangeness. Obviously, Kevin, you and I have both seen All the Empty Rooms. I had you watch that for a wheel spin pick for me. Now I have also seen Armed Only with a Camera. I think those are probably the two front runners. I haven't watched The Devil is Busy yet. That one's on Paramount. HBO, which is about like a women's health clinic that is kind of on the front line of kind of a lot of protests and stuff. So really excited to see that one. So,
okay.
But up next is documentary feature film. We have The Alabama Solution, Come See Me in the Good Light, Cutting Through Rocks, Mr. Nobody Against Putin, and The Perfect Neighbor, which surprised to see Perfect Neighbor pop up on here, but it's been a front runner for quite a while. We've both seen that one. I will talk about the Alabama Solution because I watched it this week. It's on HBO Max, so I'll talk about that when we get to the movie reviews. Really surprised to not see 2,000 Meters to Andreevka here.
Yeah, very, very surprised. And but a lot of these are actually very interesting, like Mr. Nobody Against Putin and stuff like that. They're very intriguing.
Yeah, and after having seen what that movie's about with Mr. Nobody, it's a teacher in Russia who was noticing all the propaganda that's being directed at children and started to expose it. So I hope he is alive. Next up, for live action short film, we have Butcher's Stain, A Friend of Dorothy, Jane Austen's period drama, The Singers, and Two People Exchanging Saliva, which I haven't seen any of these. So Kevin and I, if we get our schedules lined up, we're going to go see all these in theaters on February 25th, which will be, they'll do all the live action, documentary, and animated shorts in one day. So, yeah, we'll probably end up going to that. Or I know I for a fact will. I think it's on a Friday, so I won't have work anyway. So I'll just be going to do that. But next up is animated short film. We have Butterfly, Forever Green, The Girl Who Cried Pearls, Retirement Plan, and The Three Sisters. Again, haven't seen any of these, so I can't speak to any of them. Next, for Best Casting, this is the first year for this award. We have Hamnet, Marty Supreme, One Battle After Another, The Secret Agent, and Sinners here. Nothing surprising. These are 5 of the frontrunners, so they were going to get nominated. For Best Visual Effects, we have Avatar, Fire and Ash, F1, Jurassic World Rebirth, The Lost Bus, and Sinners. Really surprised to see Jurassic World here. This is the first Jurassic World movie or Jurassic movie to get nominated since the original, which is pretty crazy. Regardless of what you think about the movie, the visual effects are good. So nothing else really surprising here. Lost Bus getting on here, I guess because there's a lot of fire effects because it's a bus kind of getting people out of a forest fire. So really, really cool. I mean, Avatar's going to win. It's just nice to see other nominations. And, unless they just don't give it to Avatar, unless they really go for the Sinners sweep,
Sinners or F1?
I could see F1 getting it. I mean, I would say if Avatar doesn't get it, I think it would be F1.
Yeah, okay. Or
maybe,
Sinners.
Maybe Sinners if they're going to go with the suite.
Mm-hmm.
Then for sound, we have F1, Frankenstein, One Battle After Another, Sinners, and Surratt. Get used to me saying Sinners tonight because Sinners is the most Oscar-nominated film of all time with 16 nominations, which is mind-blowing. Even if it didn't get the casting one, it still would have won, which is crazy. But next up, we have Best Production Design. We have Frankenstein, Hamnet, Marty Supreme, One Battle After Another, and Sinners. This is easy. I think this is going to go to Frankenstein or Sinners. No questions asked. Next, for Best International Feature Film, we have The Secret Agent from Brazil, Sentimental Value from Norway, Surratt from Spain, The Voice of Hind Rajab from Tunisia, and It Was Just an Accident from France. Now, Kevin and I are very disheartened to not see No Other Choice from South Korea on here, because that is one of the best movies of the year. If not, I think it might be Kevin's best movie of the year, but we'll have to wait and see at the Real Watchers Awards. But, I mean, all these movies, I've seen Secret Agent, I've seen Sentimental Value, which I'll talk about with the reviews, and then I've seen It Was Just an Accident, which we'll talk about when we get to the... did I talk about that last week? Maybe I did? I don't remember. But,
No, you didn't talk about that last week.
Oh, okay. I've seen 3 of the 5 though, and we're in very good hands here. It's a very competitive year, and the fact that No Other Choice didn't make it, I'm fine because it's everything else here is really good.
Okay.
Next up, we have Best Music Original Song. We have "Dear Me" from Diane Warren, "Relentless," which that woman just gets a nomination because they're just pity things at this point, I think. "Golden" from K-pop Demon Hunters, "I Lied to You" from Sinners, "Sweet Dreams of Joy" from Viva Verdi, which I have no idea what that movie is, and "Train Dreams" from Train Dreams. So the big surprises here being the Diane Warren one and the Viva Verdi one, because these were not in the mention at all. But I mean, this is just like visual effects. This is easy to tell. It's going to go to Golden.
Yes.
This is a no duck category. The only thing I could see upsetting it would be "I Lied to You." If they're going to go for if they're going to go for the Sinners suite. Next up, Best Music Original Score, we have Begonia, Frankenstein, Hamnet, One Battle After Another, and Sinners. A little weird to see Begonia on here. I didn't think the score was necessarily that impressive. But I mean, hey, it was still a good score. But this is easy. Again, this is going to Sinners. It's such an integral part of that movie. Next up, it's makeup and hairstyling. We have Frankenstein, Kokuho, which is the Japanese film that missed out on international feature, Sinners, The Smashing Machine, and The Ugly Stepsister. Besides Frankenstein and Sinners, the only other horror movie nominated this year, which is pretty nice. I mean, this is pretty easy. I think this is going to go to Frankenstein or Sinners. It's between the two of those. Next up, film editing. We have F1, Marty Supreme, One Battle After Another, Sentimental Value, and Sinners. Honestly, I don't know on this one.
This one's a toss in the air, pretty much, because a lot of these are editing.
I think it's a toss in the air between F1 and One Battle After Another for me. Although, again, it could go to Sinners if they're doing a suite for it. For costume design, this is the weirdest one of the year. Avatar: Fire and Ash, Frankenstein, Hamnet, Marty Supreme, and Sinners. Why the hell is Avatar nominated for costume design? That makes no sense whatsoever. That feels like they just threw it in because they needed something to replace Wicked with.
Maybe, yeah, I can see that.
Doesn't make any sense. Why wasn't this given to, I'm trying to think of another movie that had good costumes this year. Like Fantastic Four had great costumes. Why wasn't it? Why wasn't that? I don't know. Also, production design should have at least nominated Fantastic Four because that movie was immaculate looking.
Yeah.
Next up, cinematography. We have Frankenstein, Marty Supreme, One Battle After Another, Sinners, and Train Dreams. I think it's going to go to Train Dreams if I had to pick one, but I could also see it going to Sinners if they want to have the first woman to win for a cinematography award. But also, One Battle After Another is just a gorgeous movie too. So, I mean, all these movies look good. I would give it literally to any of them.
Yes.
I think all 5 are nominees for me this year as well.
Yeah, they are for me, except for Train Dreams.
Next up, nothing surprising here for Best Animated Feature. We have Arco, Elio, K-pop Demon Hunters, Little Amelie or the Character of Rain, and Zootopia 2. I'm seeing Arco this weekend, so I will hopefully have more word on that for you next week. And then Little Amelie is available to rent. I can actually rent it through Letterboxd's video store, which is kind of nice. So I'll either do that or Amazon probably this weekend. But I think this is, I mean, it's going to go to K-pop. I mean, we know it is probably either that or Zootopia 2 are the two best on here.
That's what I was going to say. Maybe Zootopia takes it, but I don't think that is the correct decision.
No, I think that it's going to go to K-pop, and I think it'll be nice because that'll be the third year in a row where Disney or Pixar has not won, and I hopefully that continues to send a message to Disney and Pixar to, like, not that they're doing bad, but like
they're just not on top of the world
better
anymore.
Yeah. Next up for Best Writing Original Screenplay, we have Blue Moon, It Was Just an Accident, Marty Supreme, Sentimental Value, and Sinners. I think this is there's
Sinners
two
win.
choices here. I think it's going to be either Sinners or It Was Just an Accident. I think that Sentimental Value is going to win International Feature, I think. So I think that they're going to have a makeup award for Jafar Panahi go to for this one, maybe. But I do think that Sinners, this could be Ryan Coogler's award. And if it does, it'll increase the chances of Best Picture. So, next up is Adapted Screenplay. We have Begonia, Frankenstein, Hamnet, One Battle After Another, and Train Dreams. This is a gimme for One Battle After Another.
Yep.
There's no more discussion to be had. All right, Actress in a Supporting Role. We have Elle Fanning from Sentimental Value, Inga Ibsdottir Lilius from Sentimental Value, Amy Madigan from Weapons, Wunmi Masaku from Sinners, and Teyana Taylor from One Battle After Another. Honestly, right now, I think we need to have some more award shows. We need to have the BAFTAs. We need to have the SAG Awards. So I don't really know for certain who this is going to go to. I do think right now it's a battle between Teyana Taylor and Amy Madigan. So
yeah,
we'll have to see. Because Amy Madigan got the Critics' Choice Award and Teyana got the Golden Globe. So kind of up in the air. But I also think that there could be a sneak in for Wunmi if they go for a Sinner sweep again, all five of these performances are fantastic. So I mean, it's hard to choose one, but I think it's going to be Teyana or Amy for sure.
Gotcha.
Next up, Actor in a Supporting Role, we have Benicio del Toro from One Battle After Another, Jacob Elordi for Frankenstein, Delroy Lindo for Sinners, Sean Penn for One Battle After Another, and Stellan Skarsgård for Sentimental Value. Again, kind of hard to tell. I do think it's going to go to Stellan Skarsgård just because having seen Sentimental Value, I can understand why he won the Golden Globe. But I also think Jacob Elordi should be in the running here for this. And I'm also going to pull for Delroy Lindo. I mean, all these performances are so good. That's just the hard thing. Now that I've seen every Best Picture nominee, they're all really fucking good.
Yeah.
So it's really hard. And I don't envy people having to vote for this. Actress in a Leading Role, we have Jessie Buckley for Hamnet, Rose Byrne for If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You, Kate Hudson for Song Sung Blue, Renee Renz for Reinsva, I believe, for Sentimental Value, and Emma Stone for Begonia. I don't know why Kate Hudson's nominated. I think this should have been Chase Infinity for One Battle After Another. She should have been here, and she's not because, I don't know, Kate Hudson probably slept. I don't know. Like, just, it's so stupid. But, I mean, I haven't seen Song Sung Blue. The other four performances are really, really good. I would say Emma Stone's not going to win this for sure.
I think Jessie Buckley will, right?
She's won everything so far. I think this is a lock for Jessie Buckley. I think Rose Byrne is also a potential here as well for an upset. Actor in a Leading Role, we have Timothée Chalamet for Marty Supreme, Leonardo DiCaprio for One Battle After Another, Ethan Hawke for Blue Moon, Michael B. Jordan for Sinners, and Wagner Moura for The Secret Agent. I think this is easy.
Timmy.
It's going to go to Timmy. I mean, he's won everything so far for drama and for actors. So, again, there could be the Sinners sweep, though, and we could see a Michael B. Jordan here. I don't think he's the best performance in this category, but they could go for the sweep. Also, Leonardo DiCaprio is another front runner as well. Wagner did a great job. He won the Golden Globe. Really, again, kind of up in the air. I mean, I'll have a better idea about the week before the Oscars. So we'll probably
and then again, all these performances were fantastic in each of their movies.
I mean, I haven't seen Blue Moon yet, so that's the one I can't speak on. But everything else is really good. For Best Director, we have Chloe Zhao for Hamnet, Josh Safdie for Marty Supreme, Paul Thomas Anderson for One Battle After Another, Joaquin Trier for Sentimental Value, and Ryan Coogler for Sinners. There's two ways this goes. This should go to Paul Thomas Anderson because he has long been denied this award and he will probably finally win it for this. But if they go for the Sinners sweep, I think Ryan Coogler will get this one. I think they both deserve it. So really excited to see what happens with this. I think Chloe Zhao getting nominated is great. You have to have that movie is really well directed. So excited to see that here. Josh and Joaquin. Joaquin is the only one where I'm like, the movie wasn't like great direction, but like there's more to it than just how good the movie is. There's like how they lead the team and everything. So it could have been something like that. But let's go ahead and get to the final award, Kevin.
The final award, which
we
is
have Best Picture. We have Begonia, F1, Frankenstein, Hamnet, Marty Supreme, One Battle After Another, The Secret Agent, Sentimental Value, Sinners, and Train Dreams. And Kevin, I have a bone to pick.
Yeah.
F1 should not be here.
No. No, it should be one. No other. Oh gosh, what is it?
No other choice.
No other choice. I
think it should have been. It was just an accident. I think like that was the one that was built up for this for so long. It won the Palme d'Or.
Mm-hmm.
That's why people are a little concerned that it didn't get it. Actually, what I would have done was kick out Begonia and F1.
Yeah,
and then
that's what I would say.
No other choice, and it was just an accident, and
that's a perfect ballot right there. I feel like.
Yeah, exactly. There's also a movie that I really love that's not going to be on here, and I was really hoping it would get an animated film nomination, but it didn't. But we have our awards for that reason. So you'll have to see when we go over those awards show.
And the other thing too, it would be four films and what's the other? 4 or 6?
6.
5.
It'd be 6 American films.
6 domestic. That would have been cool.
Mm-hmm. I think like there's this kind of thing where they don't want to nominate a whole lot of foreign films because I think they would kind of dominate the race a little bit, but they make really good films. So it's like, like I've had people talk to me and be like, I don't know why they nominate so many foreign films. It's like, because they're better than a lot of the shit we make. So, But anyhow, that's it for the Oscar nominations. Obviously, the biggest snub is Chase Infinity and No Other Choice.
Yeah.
Not getting anything. I'm super excited that Wicked got nothing. Like I liked the first movie. I thought it was good. The second movie is just not
even
good.
For costumes though. Like not even for costumes.
I mean, it's fine, but like it's just the same costumes. So it's like I guess it wouldn't make sense to nominate it again because it was the same production. But whatever. But anyhow, let's pass it on to the next story, Kevin.
Yeah. So next up, Ryan Reynolds is actively developing another Deadpool movie. I'm curious to see where they go with this, especially if he's going to be in Doomsday and stuff like that, to see where this ends. But cool. I'm down for it. I mean, I always have fun with those movies.
Yeah, I don't think either he's not going to be in the Avengers movies, or he will make it through. I mean, Deadpool's going to make it through no matter what. The guy's like a cockroach, so like he's going to be alive, and he's marketable, and he's popular, so they're going to keep him alive. But next up here, some really good news. Star Wars Starfighter has confirmed that it will have no legacy characters whatsoever and will completely focus on new ones, which is really good. There was a rumor going around there was going to be a big cameo at the end of the movie, and that cameo was going to be Rey. No, I think they should just leave it as its own thing. This is years after Episode 9. Just have a new era. That's all.
Yeah.
We want to see what they can do with an original thing going forward.
That would be awesome. I'm super happy for that, actually. Next up, Send Help reviews are really strong for a January release, and I never knew anything about this until I saw it, and it does look a lot of fun, kind of like your boss needs help, but he never helped you kind of a situation. What we want to do to our bosses sometimes, so which is great.
I am excited to watch this movie because I want to see a comeback for Sam Raimi. It currently has a 75 on Metacritic and a 92 on Rotten Tomatoes. Now, I gotta tell you, I was really not looking forward to this movie because I see the trailer every goddamn time I go to the movies, and it's just like I hate the trailer. I'm so over it, and so like I don't want to go into the movie with that, and we'll end up.
You'll get to see it more. Don't you?
Yeah, right. No, I won't see it anymore after tomorrow.
That's true. Sure.
Alrighty, next up here, it's more Ryan Reynolds news. Ryan Reynolds' next movie is going to apparently be skipping theaters, and going straight to Apple TV and going streaming. The film will be called Mayday, about a Cold War pilot who crash lands in the Soviet Union and must survive. Apparently, is a comedy action movie from the directors that did
from
the
Ryan Reynolds, a comedy action. Jeez.
I mean, I think he could do dramatic at some point, but
I want him to do dramatic. I feel like
comedic actors always excel in drama, so I think he could do it. But this is coming to us from the directors of the Dungeons and Dragons movie, so actually pretty excited about that. They did a great job with D&D.
Yeah, they did. Next up for me is Oscar nominee Diane Lane is joining the new Exorcist movie. Who's Diane Lane? I'm so sorry.
Diane Lane is an actress. She played Superman's mom in the Zack Snyderverse. She's also been in several other films, mostly kind of dramas and such like that. She won an Oscar for I can't tell. She won her Academy Award for Best Actress for the movie Unfaithful. So she might be playing Scarlett Johansson's mom, I would guess, or maybe friend or older someone. I don't know, but we'll have to wait and see.
Okay.
And I didn't know we needed this, but the Billie Eilish concert film Hit Me Hard and Soft, directed by James Cameron, has been delayed to May 8th, 2026. I think they are going for a summer release to get all those high schoolers into the theater.
I didn't even know this was releasing. So
I didn't know until I saw the trailer. And I was like, what?
Didn't even know there was a trailer.
What was James Cameron involved? Unless he's just like a Billie Eilish fan.
Maybe he is.
Maybe
you never know.
Or his kids are. Who knows?
Maybe. But next up, Ready or Not 2, Here I Come release date has been changed to March 20th of 2026. So
it moved up a week.
Oh, nice. So if you want to see it, you get to see it early, a week early.
Yeah, I'm going to have to watch the first one before I go see this for sure. Because I made the mistake of watching a sequel this week without having seen anything else. And that was, that was rough. So next up, though, really excited about this. I don't know why it actually auto-corrected. What?
It did.
Anyhow, Werewolf has wrapped production. This is the new film coming to us from Robert Eggers, the director of The Northman and Nosferatu and The Witch and The Lighthouse, one of my personal favorite directors right now. So I am really excited about this movie.
Is this the one during Christmas time?
Yeah,
it's coming out.
Christmas.
Okay.
So hopefully it'll get some kind of technical award nominations for the Academy Awards. Also, hopefully we'll see if it's the horror film that kind of like it'll be like this year's Frankenstein. But I think sometimes the artsy stuff doesn't really get in.
I feel like maybe you could do costume too.
Production design, costume, cinematography, editing, sound, visual effects. Those are all, like the craft awards essentially.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Next up, though.
Yeah, next up, Project Hail Mary is confirmed to be 2 hours and 36 minutes long. I think that's a great time for what it's trying to portray in the movie because there's a lot of things that can happen.
And it's interesting. It's like, what are they not? Because I haven't read the books. It's like I don't know what parts of the story we're not seeing. Like they do spoil a pretty big part of the movie in the trailer. So,
really?
To see, yeah. So Adrian, actually one of the former co-hosts here, is a huge fan of the book. And I remember when the trailer came out, we were talking about it, and he was pissed that they showed off a certain character because he's like, you had no indication that was going to happen until way later in the book. So,
it has to be Rocky.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So, but all right, last up here before we take a quick little break, Netflix is officially confirmed to be releasing the live-action Gundam film. So, if you are a Gundam fan with this movie,
that would be sick.
Sydney Sweeney and Noah Centineo. So we'll see if this is any good.
Probably, maybe not. But you know what? We can always hope for the best.
You can always hope for the best. But that is it for all the news stuff this week. Thank you for bearing with us as we got through all the nominations for the Oscars. It's that's the Super Bowl for us.
It is.
So it's really like talking about like who's going to win the Super Bowl. So, but anyhow, let's go ahead and get to the movies that are now on streaming. So up first is that Megan 2.0 is now on Netflix. If for some reason you want to check that movie out, one of the worst movies last year, it's on Netflix. So go ahead and you can watch it if you want. Up after that is Ride On, is now on Peacock, which is a Jackie Chan action comedy film, I believe from Hong Kong, which is now on Peacock, which is awesome. Springsteen, Deliver Me From Nowhere is now on Hulu and technically Disney Plus. Ella McKay, which is Disney's biggest flop of last year, will be available for streaming on Hulu and Disney Plus on February 5th. And Venom, Let There Be Carnage, the second movie in that trilogy, is now available to watch on Disney Plus.
Yep.
So.
Very cool.
Oh, boy. All right.
Yeah,
we're not even halfway through all the stuff we got to talk about. Let's go ahead and get to these trailers, Kevin. Now, we have watched a lot of these trailers together. What stands out to you?
I mean, I loved the Super Mario Galaxy movie, but I am a Mario fan, so that's why I'm super excited about it. I love Boosters. Looks like a fun ride, pretty much, with everything with Keke Palmer in it, which is fantastic. I mean, okay, so I never really watched Masters of the Universe, so I'm not really excited for this movie, if that makes sense. So,
sure.
And then I get the Faces of Death look interesting because it doesn't give anything away in the trailer.
Yeah, it's really just a tribute back to the original documentary, quote unquote. But yeah, I think I actually got the pleasure of seeing the Masters of the Universe trailer in theaters last week. Before Mercy, I think, actually. I mean, in trailers it looked good. It's right, in theaters it looked good. I'm worried about. I was actually talking to Joey about this, about the stuff taking place on Earth beforehand.
Yeah.
But apparently, according to the lore, that is accurate. You know, He-Man was sent to Earth because his mother's from Earth or something like that. So we'll get to see. But other than that, I think it looks fine. I really like the design for Skeletor. That's probably the biggest thing.
Skeletor looks amazing.
Little worried because he's played by Jared Leto.
But it doesn't look like Jared Leto.
But he's not the main actor, which, I mean, you know, Jared always kind of works better when he's the supporting star.
Yeah.
But anyhow, that's it for the trailers that came out this week. Kevin, we got to talk some box office real quick, and there was a big surprise this week.
Yeah, Mercy coming in with 11.1, stealing the top spot from Avatar 7. Maybe just everybody doesn't like blue people anymore. Zootopia 2 coming in with 5.7. The Housemaid with 4.2. and Bone Temple still up here with 3.6 million, which is fantastic. But yeah, I don't know if I'm too surprised about Mercy, to be honest. It's something new to the theater that's not like Avatar. And it's still PG-13, so you can still have kids see it and stuff like that, and it's not going to hinder its performance with it being a rated R movie. So I don't think I am very surprised about it.
Yeah, I mean, it was probably it has the Pratt name behind it, and I think he's still popular enough to have people go, okay, it's the new Chris Pratt movie. Yeah, I'm really sad to see 28 Years Later drop to 5th in its second week, because that movie is, I think that's going to be more of a cult classic, especially among us film buffs.
Because of how good it is too.
It's so good. It's literally, oh man, it is best movie of the year so far. I mean, not a whole lot of movies that come out this year, but you get what I'm saying.
Start somewhere, right?
Gotta start somewhere, and we're starting off real strong. So that is it for the box office this week. Had a comment here. I'll admit I'm not the biggest He-Man fan, but my good friend Anthony is, and he is looking forward to it. Well, there you go. I have seen a couple people who are fans of He-Man, like avid fans, having some really more positive optimism than cautious with this. Okay. Which I'm kind of excited to see. You know, hopefully it's like the same thing as the D&D movie, where it kind of actively and really captures that fan base well. Is kind of, I think, what we're looking for. All righty, let's go ahead and get to the movies that are coming out this week, Kevin.
Yep.
And up first is Send Help. An employee and her insufferable boss become stranded on a deserted island, and are the only survivors of a plane crash. Here they must overcome past grievances and work together to survive. But will they make it out alive? I don't know. We'll see. It's a rated R horror movie, so probably not.
You never know.
Next up, very excited for this, is Iron Lung. In a post-apocalyptic future after the Quiet Rapture event, a convict explores a blood ocean on a desolate moon using a submarine called the Iron Lung to search for missing stars or planets. This is, of course, the movie coming to us from Markiplier, his passion project that landed him in the hospital because of all the blood effects they used in the movie, getting into his eyes and stuff, and has set the world record for the most amount of blood ever used in a movie. So I'm really stoked for this. If this is huge success, it will be revolutionary for the indie movie field, and especially for self-financed movies. And I think that this also could be, if good, could get Markiplier more jobs in filmmaking if he wants to go that route.
I think like if it's even mediocrely good, or it gets a lot of talk, a lot of buzz around it, I think it's going to be a world for his up and coming. I feel like.
I think that this is going to be. I don't think it is going to be financially successful because of the low budget for the movie and obviously the word of mouth that Markiplier has raised. I haven't seen pre-order numbers like ticket sales, but they're very high. So we'll see how this is when it comes out. Very excited for it.
And you know what? This can also open up doors for it being re-released into theaters if it does this good too.
It's in theaters for like a whole week.
And that's crazy.
Which is crazy. So really excited about that. Third is Shelter. A recluse on a remote Scottish island rescues a girl from the sea, unleashing a perilous sequence of events that culminates in an attack on his home, compelling him to face his turbulent history.
Now, guess who is the star of this film? Wild guesses, everybody.
It would be Jason Statham.
There we go.
And actually, this director just had a movie come out last week or the week before that I went and saw, and let's just say my hopes are not too high. So, and lastly, another movie I'm really excited about is Arco. In 2075, a girl witnesses a mysterious boy in a rainbow suit fall from the sky. He comes from an idyllic far future where time travel is possible. She shelters him and will do whatever it takes to help him return to his time. This looks beautifully animated, like a French version of a Studio Ghibli movie.
Yeah.
So very excited about this, and I'll be seeing that this weekend. So they release this because of the Oscars? I think it was going to release somewhat widely anyway, but I think there's been enough demand for it that they are just, it's also a Neon release too, and Neon's been getting a lot more popular, like A24. So they're kind of getting some more swing. We did have another comment here. Unless I missed it, did you bring up the 6-year deal of Looney Tunes being on TCM? I didn't see that actually on any news site. I know it was already on Tubi, but that's really exciting to hear because Turner Classic Movies is owned by HBO and Warner Bros., which means that they're coming back to HBO Max. That'd be kind of weird. But I'm guessing that'll probably just be on TV then, because TCM has its own TV channel as well. Alrighty. Oh, my voice is already tired. A lot of talking today. But it is time. Excuse me. Oh, man. That's bad.
Just one of those
days. On, guys.
One of those
days where I'm just like, I was going to go to a movie tonight at 9:30, and I am not going to do that. But let's go ahead and talk about the movies we watched over the course of this week. I watched a shit ton of movies. Let me see here. I got 1,
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and I have watched 2.
Okay, so 6, 1, 6, 1.
Yep, sounds good.
That's what we'll do. Alrighty. Well, let's go ahead and continue my ongoing coverage of documentaries for the January Days O Docs, starting with the Oscar nominee this year, The Alabama Solution. And oh my God, I have not watched a documentary or film recently and been that angry and upset to the point like my stomach was not feeling well. This movie is very good. I would highly recommend that all of you watch this as soon as possible on HBO Max. This is a documentary about the prison system in Alabama and the kind of evil and sadistic things that both the Alabama prison system as well as the government of Alabama are inflicting upon prisoners. There is one of the subjects of the documentary is brutally beaten to death by guards, and then the family and others are fed lies that he attacked the guards when he didn't. And all the other inmates that saw were hushed into silence, offered protections and moves to better prisons if they stayed quiet. His cellmate was working with the guards to say, hey, because he had like 1 month until he was out. And then the week before he was released, he was murdered by the guards. So he wouldn't tell anything. It's so sickening. And it's not just the Alabama prison system. They do touch on other states as well. every single state has prison systems like this, and it literally just proves that slavery is alive and well in the United States still, which is the biggest part of the prison industrial complex. So, highly recommend watching this. I think it's the best documentary of the year now, even ahead of 2,000 Meters to Andreevka and Perfect Neighbor. So,
Okay.
I would highly recommend everyone watch this. It's going to make you angry, so just fair warning. Up after that, I watched the Netflix documentary Cover Up, which is about, oh my gosh, I forget his name, Seymour Hersh, who is a journalist for many years who had broken many different stories and cover-ups to the world. He was one of the people who helped I forget the two that broke Watergate. He also broke the news about the prison in Iraq, Abu Ghraib. He broke the news about the My Lai massacre in Vietnam. And it's just about his history. The film is a really good look into kind of like, just another reminder that the United States is a pretty shitty place, all things considered. But Hirsch is not the nicest person in the world. He's pretty abrasive, and he's kind of an asshole in this whole documentary. But I do appreciate the way that the information is presented and how it's shared in this documentary. It's a good one about kind of getting to the truth, especially now when we live in an era when truth is becoming, hard to find.
Mm-hmm.
All right. From there, I went to a theater release. I went and saw Mercy in theaters this weekend. It wasn't as bad as I was expecting. I want Rebecca Ferguson as my AI. I gotta tell you that. I think it's okay. I think it's not as bad as I was expecting. Rebecca Ferguson's great as the AI character. And I do think that the visual design of the Mercy system and how the tech works is engaging enough and unique enough that it does stand out. However, the story is just not that engaging. The mystery at its core is not that interesting. The performances outside of Chris Pratt and Ferguson are pretty bad. I would say mediocre at best. Clearly, a lot of the budget went to Ferguson and Chris Pratt because the movie doesn't look very good when it's not in the Mercy system. It's also very pro AI, so just know that going in. It's certainly better than other January kind of dump releases, but I wouldn't say by any means that it's a great movie. Alrighty, that's 3. 4, Greenland 2, Migration. And no, it's not about how we almost went to war with our allies. This is the same director as Shelter, which I had mentioned earlier.
Is this the movie that you forgot to watch the first one for?
No.
Oh, okay. I thought it was this one. I was trying to figure it out.
I've seen the first one, and the first one's actually pretty decent. Like it's
okay.
a mediocre disaster movie, which is better than most disaster movies. I have to ask you, Kevin.
Yes.
How do you make the apocalypse or the post-apocalypse boring?
Oh, it's this movie. Sorry, I saw your review.
Yeah, it's this movie. This is one of the most boring movies I've ever seen.
How long was this movie?
It's like almost 2 hours.
Oh,
nothing goes on, dude. Like literally nothing happens. They just go from their bunker to another location, and there's just things that happen along the way. There's no connecting through line. There's no interesting characters. There's no interesting dialogue. Not even any of the events are happening. Like, why do we care about these people? Like, why do we care that they live and they go on? Just because they have a family? No, that's
of course.
Dumb.
Of course.
Yeah, it's stupid. It's just boring. It's bad. Like, avoid this movie like the U.S. should avoid, going to war with NATO over a piece of land that we don't need. So it's real bad. Don't watch it. Next up, The Smashing Machine, which is on HBO Max now, which we talked about last week. And I went into this with no expectations, and I think that it's fun. I think it's, if I can be honest, the worst part about this is that it's boring. I don't think the fights are particularly well done. It's well shot, and it's got a good script occasionally. Just some of the dialogue is a little wonky. And I think the way that it plays with his addiction to painkillers and other drugs is really good. And I think that his relationship to his wife is really good. But everything else just kind of feels skin deep. Okay. Dwayne Johnson is fantastic here. He's the best I've seen him in a movie in a very long time. Because he's not doing his typical shtick. He's playing an actual person, which I really enjoyed seeing. And I like the score for the movie as well. It's kind of odd, but it really works. It's just okay. like clearly the better Safdie brother made Marty Supreme. And I put this in my review. I shouldn't expect so much from the one that starred in Happy Gilmore 2.
Oh, okay.
Anyhow, and the last one before we get to Kevin, I was very fortunate to grab a screening for this on Saturday, which is Sentimental Value, which is one of the frontrunners for the international Oscars in several categories as well. And I knew this was going to be good, but I didn't think it was going to be that good. It's like, this is a performance-centered movie, and that's where it is at its best. Renette Reinsva's Nora is an incredible character. I want to see her in more stuff immediately. Stellan Skarsgård is the best I've ever seen him. Elle Fanning and Inga Ivsdottir Lilius are both incredible in their supporting roles. Joachim Trier is a director I have not seen too many films of, but I will definitely be checking out the rest of his filmography after this. There's a tenderness to this movie and a deep level of emotion that I really connected with. I really connect with Stellan Skarsgård's character because he's a film director, and it's like kind of taken it's his life, and like really that's the only way he talks to people. And I, as someone who's almost like narrow-mindedly focused on film, I get that, and I see a lot of that in the struggle in it too. I will say the only thing I wasn't too big a fan of in this is the creative decision to have a lot of fading to black transitions in this movie. Which is kind of weird and almost just breaks it up. Like I would have rather had like a more creative transition or just
makes it look old school, kind of.
No, it's just annoying, honestly.
Oh, okay.
But other than that, I think it's very nearly. I gave it the same score as it was just an accident. Like they're both absolutely fantastic. So highly recommend this if you can find it.
Very cool. Hopefully it'll be coming out on streaming or something before Oscars and stuff like that, which they usually do.
I think you can rent it, but it's like $15 to rent right now. It'll probably go down before the Oscars.
Yeah. My next up, I thought this was called the RAP. No, it is called the RIP, because that's what happens when you find a lot of money and they have to count it on the RIP. Interesting fact if you did not know that. But this is the new Netflix movie that just came out with... it's Matt Damon and Ben Affleck. And it was just okay. It was fun. I did like the kind of there's a twist in here, and it is a 2026 movie, so I will not be going into spoilers, so you can watch this on your own, and you have to watch the Real Watchers Movie Club 2026 to see if it's even on there. But there are some twists and turns that I did not see coming, and what happened at the end of this movie as well for me. I did like all of the performance of Ben Affleck and Matt Damon, but everybody else kind of takes a step backwards, unfortunately. Like we have Glenn from The Walking Dead in here. I forget his real name, but he's always Glenn to me in my heart. Oh
my gosh. Yeah. Stephen Yeun.
Yeah, Stephen Yeun. He was just okay in this movie. I wish he would have gotten a little bit more in this movie, but the only problem I had with it is there's a gunfight that happens in the garage, and it's very messy. It's very camera shaky. It's very the flash from the guns and everything like that. It really, really horrible. Like the Charlie XCX trailer, the one that gives you like epilepsy if you watch it. Yeah, it's like that. And unfortunately that took me out of the gunfight that happens, but it was still good. It was decent. I wasn't expecting anything, so I gave it a 75 out of 100 because it was decent in my eyes.
All right, getting back into the documentary stuff for me, I finally watched Hearts of Darkness, a filmmaker's Apocalypse, which is the behind-the-scenes documentary about the making of Apocalypse Now. All the footage was recorded on set by Francis Ford Coppola's wife, Eleanor, and the film is documented by her and another director. And this is an essential documentary if you love film or if you want to make film, to kind of show the effects that it had on the crew. Typically, movies are shot over the course of anywhere from 1 month to 3 or 4 months, maybe. Depending on the size of the film or whatever in the production. This took 275 days, which is absolutely nuts. And it kind of goes into all the detail on that. There's a sequence in particular where they show Martin Sheen's breakdown, which is in the movie in the very beginning. And it's very human and grounding. I wish we just got a little bit more detail on the pre-production side, like kind of like writing it and kind of coming up with like what they were going to do where. But obviously, so much changed over the course of making this that like it was impossible to do that. So, essential documentary if you love film or if you want to make film. Next up, I went and saw this Monday in theaters at like 7:50, which is The Testament of Anne Lee, which I think we had seen the trailer for this in theaters, and I had no idea what to expect with this movie. I thought it was going to be a horror movie, and it wasn't.
Oh, really?
This was a period piece drama musical about a religious movement called the Shakers, which is almost like a cultish type sect of Christianity that really focuses on dance and kind of singing as a form of worship. Also kind of cool because they were really far ahead of their time for being like inclusive of all genders and races and everything. I think this is probably one of my favorite musicals I've ever seen, just because it actually gives you a reason for why they're singing in public and why they're singing out loud, because it's their form of worship. As most musicals, it's like, why is that person up on that bridge? Why are people just walking by not saying anything? Like, I would be like, dude, shut the fuck up.
If you were an extra, you'd be like, what the hell is going on over there?
What are you doing? No, but the performances are spectacular. Amanda Seyfried, I think, could have been an Oscar contender. She got a Golden Globe nomination. She's really, really good here. Lewis Pullman and Thomasin McKenzie are also in this movie, and they're both really fantastic. Lewis Pullman was Sentry in Thunderbolts this year. He's very good. If there's anything I don't like, I think it's a bit too slow. I think that it's kind of the intention, because a lot of the frenetic movement of the Shaker worship scenes needs to be contrasted by some slower things, but I do think that it tend to drag a little bit, especially in the middle of the movie. But once you get back to the end, the ending is just, it's incredible. But the music and the beauty are so good. It's the same guy who did the music as The Brutalist, who won the Oscar last year. Absolutely great stuff. He actually took real Shaker hymns, because there's only 3 Shakers left in the world. And he got access to their music and adapted it into the movie, which is
that's cool.
Brilliant. It's a great soundtrack. I absolutely love it. So 88 out of 100. I was really surprised how much I enjoyed this movie, especially given kind of my beliefs on religious matters. So, but next up, we have one of the first documentaries ever, which is Man with a Movie Camera from 1929. This is very hard to review, because this is a hour-long documentary from 1929 of just a filmmaker by the name of Vertov in Russia, who just took his camera out into the world and just recorded different things. Basically all the things that he saw in a day. It's one of, if not the first documentaries. So it's truly groundbreaking. There is like no deeper meaning to it. It's just showing daily life and the happiness and sounds and the people. But like, it's too important to not review. I think it's a must see for any film buff, because you get to see where documentaries really got their start in kind of like narrative, like films without narrative. It's just showing images, like a tone poem or how I forget the exact name of it, but very, very good. I was able to find one on YouTube. It did have like new music added, but you know, it was very good. So highly recommend.
Nice.
But Kevin, let me tell you,
what are you
one of the best documentaries I've seen in a long time.
Saw this one. I saw this one, and I was like, "What the hell is this?"
So this is called Tickled, and this is why the rich suck. So Tickled starts out as a very funny documentary. There's a documentary filmmaker called David Ferrier who has done a lot of weird stuff, likes to point out the weird, and he found a video of people that were doing competitive endurance tickling.
Couldn't tickle, they couldn't laugh.
Like they see how long they could last without having to like give up. And like it was like almost done like a sport. But there was definitely some like almost porn-like undertones too. So he was very interested. So he reached out, and the company behind it essentially didn't reach out or anything. And then he did a blog post about it or whatever. And that blog post got kind of seen all over Australia and then kind of other places in the world. And kind of gave it a bad name. So the company reached out and completely threatened him with legal action, and it turns into a investigation into this empire, which is all a fraud, and the person behind it is using the fact that all these people are in these videos to blackmail them into submission and to keep making the content. And there's like it's all undercut. Like there's I cannot like it gets so messed up. It goes from like, oh, it's really funny and people tickling each other to like, no, this person is like really bad behind this. And it's, oh my god, it's so good on HBO. Just go watch it. I don't want to say anything else because I don't want to spoil it, because it's just like, it's insane. It's so, oh my god,
it just snowballs out of control. You're like, it can't go this way. Oh my god, it went this way.
You start out laughing and you're not laughing by the end of it. Like it's frightening. But to go from 4 or 5 movies in a row that are really good to one that's not.
Oh, is this the one you did?
This is the one where I didn't see any of the movies. I have no experience with Silent Hill whatsoever, except I know Pyramid Head, and I've played as Pyramid Head in Dead by Daylight. That's it. Mm-hmm. This is a bad movie. But one thing I will say is that the visual design is really good. Like the guy is clearly a fan of the games and wanted to get the visual look right. The creature designs look really cool. I mean, Pyramid Head looks great. And then there's like all the nurses and everything. They all look great. And then when the world changes from like normal to hellish and does like the bomb sirens or whatever, is cool until the visual effects start. The rest of the movie is pretty darn bad. The performances, the visual effects, the story doesn't make sense. The movie just does not make sense. Like I want to go and actually like watch someone play the game because I have no idea anything what the story is trying to say.
Yeah, me neither.
And I think that's pretty detached from the other games as far as I know. So like you don't need to play the other ones to get this. But like the characters are just so flat. They're wooden. They're like the story just makes no sense whatsoever. Like it's trying to go for more heavy-handed like idea on like grief and acceptance and loss, but it doesn't do anything. And then you have all the video game. It's not as bad as Borderlands or as Minecraft, but at least this one has like the visuals going for it. But other than that, it was just bad. Also, my movie theater had it way too loud, and I almost had a headache at the end of it. It was kind of it was just bad.
I've been noticing. I've been wearing my earplugs a lot more, even to like regular movies, not to like any horror movies, because I usually just do it for horror movies. But nowadays, like just going to the theaters, it's super loud for some reason. Interesting, because I feel like it's gotten lower. Really? Yeah, especially not for me. Like Mercy was like almost impossible to hear sometimes. It was kind of annoying. All right, last one, and this is a free documentary that you can watch on Disney's YouTube channel, and I highly recommend. Kevin, you especially should watch this. I don't care how much cred or street cred or whatever that I lose for saying this, but like Walt Disney's opening dedication speech, you know, to all that come to this happy place, welcome. Like that speech, it brings a tear to my eye every single time because it's so good. I love the park. I'm not like a Disney adult. Like I don't have to go every week and like whatever, but I love theme parks. I loved it. It all started with Disney and Legoland. Those were like my two theme parks. So like I love the park, and this is all for its 70 minutes. This is all archive footage that has rarely been seen of the construction of Disneyland, and it kind of goes through awesome when it's just the dirt plot to opening day. It doesn't show any modern day footage. It doesn't. Cool. It's not like here's where Disney's dream went. It doesn't grandstand and glaze the shit out of Disney. It's literally they show shit that went wrong because like there's no OSHA, there's no unions, right? These guys are climbing up like girders with no safety equipment and walking up them. There's a guy with like a giant tractor truck with dirt who's like on a hill, and it starts falling over, and he jumps out at the last second, and he's like a foot away from getting crushed by the truck, and he just gets up and he's like also one of the funniest reviews I saw for this on Letterboxd said that there were a lot of hot men that built Disneyland. It's kind of funny. It's not game changing. Like this isn't going to break the mold. This is nothing super exciting. Like it's not the craziest documentary in the world, but like it's all rarely seen footage. It's made by Leslie Iwerks, who Iwerks is like Disney royalty up there with Walt Disney. So it feels connected to the spirit of the original park and Disney's vision. So I really like this. It's free on YouTube if you want to watch it. It's also on Disney Plus as well. Nice.
Oh, all right,
Very
Kevin.
cool. Yeah, well, I'm starting off my 007 movie watching with starting off the vintage one because they're all on Netflix, as we said yesterday. I thought you threw your headset because I see your headset in the background.
No,
I was
sorry.
like-
I was just like, I got not
no,
talk
it's
for a
okay.
minute.
And they told me, I literally asked Google, I was like, what are good vintage 007 movies? And they said, start with Dr. No. And I know why. No pun intended.
Just go in order.
No, too easy. But this one is fantastic. I really enjoyed it. This is with Sean Connery in it. I haven't really seen him in other movies, but he's young and hip in this movie, as the kids would say nowadays. And it was a great time. I loved the environment that we get to go in, and even like the spy stuff was really cool, especially for back in the day, 62. It still holds up to this day. Maybe the punches don't land as much as they do nowadays, and they do kind of fall funny sometimes when they get hit and stuff. But that was a time back in the day when everything was like that, so you got to take it with a grain of salt. But it visually it looks so pretty to me. It holds up to it, and all the practical effects in this are really fantastic as well. For me, there's again no CGI because it's not made in CGI world, but it's still really good. I'm glad I started with this. I think I have like 30 minutes of GoldenEye left, so that's my next one that I'm going to be watching or finishing, I should say.
Alrighty, and there's all of our movies that we watched outside the wheel spin. Thank you for bearing with me. My voice is probably going to be going away here pretty quick. But let's go ahead and get some comments before we get to the wheel spin stuff. What's going to be the theme for February? Are you speaking about for me
Movie Club
personally, or for?
Oh, I want to know yours personally too.
Yeah, Movie Club is going to have a different theme than me, so I'm kind of going back and forth on the theme, but I think I have it in mind. There are people wondering if Gunn's making Silent Hill 1 was a fluke with how that movie was at least competent and Return was garbage. I've seen Silent Hill 1, but I don't plan on seeing Return. I mean, if you're a fan of Silent Hill, it sounds like you're not going to like Return to Silent Hill because it does fuck with the story, apparently. There are, I've heard the Silent Hill 1 is kind of one of those movies that like wasn't good when it came out initially, but people have started to really like it more. So I don't know. I have no idea.
Did Nadia want to know what our thing was?
We'll go over it in a second. Movie theaters are too low. Garrett's losing here. I think it's just certain movies. Like I definitely think like I've seen a lot more like drama films, like Sentimental Value and stuff, where the volume is lower. But like Return to Silent Hill was like almost like it was engineered to give me.
I feel like I can kind of back you up on that one because the one with Bill Skarsgård and the guy from Stranger Things. What the fuck is it called?
Dead Man's Wire.
Yeah, some of the Dead Man's Wire was kind of low for me.
Sure.
Like
also, No Other Choice was a little low too.
The speaking aspects of it were very low.
No worries. Fox Pixar, you're good. As far as theme for February, so two different ones, obviously. So we have our theme for Movie Club, which we'll talk about on Friday when we have that episode come up. But we're going to be taking a look at romance movies for February. So we'll be watching either romantic comedies or films that are like romance as a central theme or genre. And then for me personally, I've been thinking right now for February, I'm trying to think of a better name for it. But essentially,
give us the name.
So Letterboxd keeps track. If you look on your stats page, if you pay for Letterboxd, you can see a map of the world and all the countries you've seen movies from. So right now, I think what it's going to be is fill up the map February. So basically to see a movie from countries that I have not seen anything from. Like I haven't seen any movies from Kazakhstan. I haven't seen any movies from the Philippines. I haven't seen any movies from Greenland. And so kind of going through and filling up the map so it's completely full.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
That's what my personal one's going to be, I think, right now.
That's cool.
And I think for March, what I'm going to be doing is friends and family and coworkers submitted movies that I haven't seen. So it's like, I've asked a lot of people, like, what are your 5 favorite movies? And they give me their 5 favorites. And then if there's any that I haven't reviewed yet, they go on the list.
Oh, cool.
So,
That would be
I'm
awesome.
thinking that's what I will do. Alrighty, let's go ahead and get to the wheel spin movies. And Kevin, let's get your short out of the way.
Oh yeah. Oh my gosh, I totally forgot we had these. I was like, yeah, I'm ready for the wheel. Yeah, so A Pest in the House. This is really funny because it's actually a hotel. It's not even a house. But this Daffy Duck is really funny to me, and it's just being those neighbors that are always loud when you're trying to get sleep, and all the funny gags that happen. Again, the animation is fantastic. Daffy Duck in this one is actually hilarious. I feel like he is the best part of this whole short. And I really enjoyed it, so I gave it an 87 out of 100.
My short this week was Crime on Their Hands, which was a Three Stooges one. I think it's fine. I don't think it had as many good gags as I was hoping for after the last one, the Studio Stoops, I think. There's a gorilla in this, and it's a really weird inclusion because it's basically like a film noir gangster movie parody, and then there's a gorilla there, which like it could have just been like a film noir parody or a gangster movie parody, but it's not bad. It's just fine. You know, it's somewhere right in the middle.
Okay.
I slightly err on the side of positive just because, you know, it did make me laugh once or twice.
Nice, very good. Something that I thought could use a little bit more comedy was Brewster's Millions, and this was a very interesting concept where he is inheriting $300 million, but has to spend $30 million to kind of get the $300 million. So he looks very arrogant and like he's just showing off for money pretty much. And back in the day, dude, you could buy a baseball team for $1 million. Didn't know that. That's cool. Nowadays, not even $1 million will cut that for one player. But it was cool to see. It needed some lines that really catch your eye, or that I could even talk to you about, because I don't even remember a line from this movie that if it's a comedy, you should have one of those lines be like, remember this kind of a situation. I mean, John Candy is absolutely fantastic. He's just not utilized enough in this movie, unfortunately. He's considered the best friend, but he's not in it for as much as I wanted him to be in it. So it's a mediocre movie, but it's still it's like you could watch this with your parents and be perfectly fine with it. So I gave it a 57 out of 100.
Yeah, I've seen the clip shared a lot of the guy kind of going over the rules and stipulations for the thing. And that's always been popular because people are like, what would you do in this situation, right? So I knew of the movie, but I haven't seen it. So
yeah.
But I think it's also like it is more than a little bit of a comedy, right? Because it's got Richard Pryor. And you know, like, what do you like especially if you're from like the Black community, which is, you know, at that time less affluent, right? Didn't make a lot of money. What happens if you give them a lot of money? There's probably some social commentary in there somehow on top of the comedy. So I'll have to check it out because I've heard decent things. So, but I can tell you, not a single decent thing. Well, a couple of decent things about my movie, which was Murder by Death. And I kind of wanted to see something along the same lines as Clue. And I could see the comparison, but did not get that. There's a cast of incredible actors in roles that make them less incredible, which is really frustrating. If the screenplay wasn't that funny, it wasn't that interesting. Like, they're reduced to playing caricatures instead of characters, which is also kind of annoying. Like, it is nice to see a meta narrative. Like, these are all like stereotypical detective characters that are placed into a work of fiction, right? And like, how do these different stereotypical characters work with each other? And that's interesting. I also do like how it sets them all up to be like their own character of their own story too. And then the ending is, while really underwhelming, is also right in line with that, which I at least appreciate, but I was underwhelmed. But that's it. The characters are annoying. Don't care for a single one of them. The story just limps along to the finish line. And I just did not find myself interested in anything that happened. It just was not interesting at all to me. But that's also not talking about the rampant issues where this film has not aged well at all. Like, Peter Sellers' character, he's a white British actor playing a Chinese man with the whole like big teeth and the squinty eyes, and like, it's really, really bad, even for the 70s. Like, oh man, like I don't know how more people don't talk about this performance. Like people always talk about the Mickey Rooney character from Breakfast at Tiffany's, but this is just, oh man, I think it's a bad turn for a great actor, which sucks. But it's like it's also just, you know, it's got all the cysts and all the isms in it.
Oh.
You know, it's bad. I did not enjoy a single moment for this, save for the meta concept, and it's just a limp film. Like it just does nothing. It's like holding a wet noodle in your hands.
Oh, okay. Unfortunate. I think they try to maybe profit off of Clue or something like that.
Well, this came out before Clue, like 10, 15 years before Clue.
Oh, never mind then.
Yeah.
No.
For the time, it was kind of seen as something kind of like new and fresh, but oh boy.
Oh boy.
But that's it for our wheel spin stuff. Had a couple of comments here. I'll admit the last third is kind of weak, but I thought the gags for the first 2/3 were good. Wrong number gag, Motong, Shemple, because it got here. Yeah, fine. I don't know, just didn't make me laugh as much as the other one. This is also one of the last films of Cy Schindel, the guy who played the henchman Muscles, due to him dying from cancer due to jungle rot he got involved. That's so sad to hear. Yeah, I didn't know that. Well, I mean, I wouldn't have got that information from the short, but thank you for sharing that. Alrighty, well, Kevin, let's go ahead and get to our one of our favorite. We like the whole thing. But
yeah, we just like talking to our people that come to our chat. So
yeah. Alrighty, well, now it's time for the wheel spin, Kevin, which is where we do what?
We spin the wheel and it makes us watch movies, but we enjoy it, so it's not torture.
Well, we enjoy spinning the wheel. Sometimes the movies are torture.
I mean, but the wheel doesn't have feelings, so it can't tell us if it's a bad movie or not. So,
but we'll go ahead and give it about a minute or so. We've gone over on time this week because we had the Oscar nominations and stuff. So we'll go ahead and give it about a minute or two to get some not the nominations.
Give us some nominees, baby.
I don't know what I'm looking for this week. Honestly, anything. I don't know. Nothing. Like, I'm not pulling for one thing or another. What are you thinking, Kevin?
I've been on I don't want to say old movies, so I say vintage movie watch.
Classic.
Would be vintage. But yeah, a classic or vintage movie would be pretty cool. One that I haven't seen. Like, I'm seeing Firestarter. I've never even seen that one, so it might be different, but good at the same time.
All right, let's see here. Let's see. Hello, Mary Lou. Why is my scroll not working? Mary Lou and Prom.
No. It's one. It's Hello, Mary Lou, Prom Night 2.
Oh!
Sorry.
Oh, okay, I see. Alrighty. Let me actually make sure it's not on there real quick, because I feel like I've written that before. No, I haven't.
Didn't even make it up there yet. Okay.
Yeah, it's right here. And then Black Belt Jones from 1974.
Is that a short?
No, if there were shorts, he would have given us.
Oh, that's true. Never mind.
Alrighty, shuffling this bad boy up.
Are we going to do the short first?
Yes, I'm going to go ahead and just save it real quick. All right, let's go ahead and do our wheel of shorts.
Sorry.
Hope you're ready, Kevin.
I am. I almost died.
Let's get your short. I kind of hope it's my pick for you because I have a documentary I want you to watch, but it is not.
It's called Special Delivery.
Special Delivery. Let me go ahead and double check that real quick. Make sure if it's like a. Let's see. Joey, do you have any? What's it called?
Is it the Bidoof one?
No. I don't think so. If you can, Joey, if you can give us some kind of clarification on Special Delivery, if it's a Looney Tunes one or a year or something, that'd be great. 1978. Okay, so
I see it here. It's an Oscar-winning animated short.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. All righty, cool.
It looks cool. Sorry.
Cool. All righty. We'll shuffle that up and spin for me. Crazy how all these shorts are from Joey. Joey loves like Looney Tunes and Three Stooges and stuff, so he just has a lot of those ready to go. Technological threat. Alrighty, I see that one from 1988. Alrighty.
But that looks cool. Mine
Yeah.
does too, Joey. Just to let you know, I know I didn't say it out loud, but
I think these are both not. They're not like Looney Tunes or anything. They're like completely different, which is crazy. Awesome. Alrighty, we'll go ahead and save this wheel real quick, and we'll get to the movie wheel. Alrighty, Kevin, you ready?
I'm ready.
Spin that wheel.
Spin the wheel.
And it looks like it is going to be.
Oh, Stuart Little. Okay.
Stuart Little. I don't know why I'm laughing. It's not like it's not a bad movie or anything. It's just funny to me.
It's a classic.
Alrighty. Stuart Little is Kevin's movie. Got to change the short category as well. That's absolutely right. Can't just all be Looney Tunes and Three Stooges. All right. Let's go ahead and spin for my movie.
Or can it? Joey, get on it now. Give us more shorts.
It's like every 3 weeks or so is when he gives us a good one. Critters!
Critters! Yeah.
I've never seen Critters. All right. It's on Tubi. Nice. Cool. That's exciting. I've never seen it, and I've been wanting to. So I will take it. All right. We didn't have to do any picks or anything this week, Kevin.
No. You know what? The wheel made us...
we got to whittle down the...
Yeah.
The other movies. Alrighty. So that is going to bring us to the end of this week. Kevin's going to be watching the short Special Delivery and then the film Stuart Little. I will be watching the short Technological Threat and then be watching the horror film Critters. And that's going to be the end of the show. Thank you so much for hanging with us. We know it's been a long show because we had the Oscar nominations, and as usual, I live a sad, lonely life, so I watch a lot of movies. So thank you, everyone, for joining us. Of course, we have our final documentary episode of Movie Club coming up this Friday, where we'll be watching the documentary film Beware the Slender Man. So we'll be talking about that on Friday. So make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss it. And of course, this show goes live every single Wednesday at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So thank you so much for watching. And until next time, make sure to keep those eyes on the screen.